Have you ever felt like you're chasing something just out of reach? You're not alone. This feeling is especially common in self-improvement. But what if I told you that trying to mimic the behaviors of ringtails could lead you astray? It might sound strange, but many people look to these quirky creatures for inspiration, often overlooking a darker side to this quest for enlightenment. When we emulate ringtail behaviors like their playfulness or adaptability, are we truly growing or just skirting around real issues? Imagine this: you decide to adopt a carefree attitude, saying yes to every social invitation and living in the moment. Soon you find yourself overwhelmed and exhausted from juggling commitments. You thought you were enhancing your life. Here's the uncomfortable truth: it's not that these behaviors are bad, it's how we interpret and apply them that can be flawed. The pursuit of enlightenment can become a mere performance, a surface-level act. Most people miss the deeper lesson behind the ringtail's playfulness balance. Picture yourself at a gathering surrounded by laughter and excitement. You want to embody that ringtail spirit, but instead of truly connecting, you're just putting on a show. You are not really engaging with others, and without realizing it, you're building a wall around yourself, isolating your true self. Over time, you might start to feel the weight of that insincerity. You've lost touch with what makes you, well, you. The playful facade you've adopted begins to feel suffocating, and that vibrant connection you once craved, it's slipping away. So where do you go from here? The answer lies not in imitation, but in introspection. Instead of merely mirroring behaviors, consider what they truly symbolize. Take a step back and ask yourself, what part of your authenticity are you sacrificing? Reflect on your own values and goals. Embrace the essence of the ringtail: adaptability and playfulness, but don't lose sight of who you are. It's about finding a balance between inspiration and authenticity. As we wrap up, remember this: true enlightenment doesn't come from imitation. It comes from a deep understanding of yourself and embracing your uniqueness. So the next time you feel tempted to follow the ringtail's lead, pause and reflect. Are you genuinely chasing enlightenment or just pursuing a shadow? If this resonates with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts below. What have you learned from your own journey? Let's navigate this path together. Have you ever watched a ringtail in action? These curious, agile creatures may seem harmless, but their playful antics hold a deeper lesson. What if I told you that mimicking their behavior could lead you down a risky path in your journey of self-improvement? The uncomfortable truth is that many people unknowingly adopt ringtail behaviors, believing these traits will guide them to enlightenment. Yet, there's a hidden danger in this mindset that often goes unnoticed. Think about it. Picture yourself in a bustling city, overwhelmed by noise and chaos. You spot a ringtail darting effortlessly between obstacles, looking carefree. It's easy to envy that sense of freedom and wish you could adopt that relaxed attitude. But what happens when that desire turns into recklessness? By emulating a ringtail, you might start prioritizing fleeting thrills over meaningful connections. Suddenly, you're chasing distractions instead of addressing deeper issues in your life. That appealing image of freedom can often mask the pain of unresolved emotions. Consider this: how often have you jumped into new experiences, believing they would bring you happiness, only to feel emptier afterward? It's like chasing a mirage in the desert, exciting at first, but ultimately leading nowhere. The charm of the ringtail can lure you into ignoring the tougher truths about yourself. These behaviors can distort your understanding of growth. Instead of nurturing yourself, you might adopt a chaotic lifestyle, thinking constant change equals progress. But does it really? Imagine struggling to form genuine relationships because you're too busy hopping from one adventure to the next, just like a ringtail leaping from branch to branch. It's exhilarating, but it can also be isolating. That's the cost of chasing enlightenment. What if seeking ringtailic freedom leads to unwanted consequences? Relationships might crumble, opportunities could slip away, and before you know it, you're caught in a cycle of confusion and regret. But there's hope. What if, instead of imitating the ringtail, you took a moment to reflect? What if you spent some time understanding what you genuinely want? Instead of racing around, consider sitting still for a moment. As you navigate your self-improvement journey, remember that true enlightenment doesn't come from copying others. It's about embracing your unique path. So take a step back and ask yourself, are you chasing illusions? Or are you bravely facing the truths that will lead to real growth? Reflect on this as you go about your day. If you found this perspective valuable, consider sharing it with someone who might need to hear it. After all, we're all on our own quest for enlightenment, and sometimes a gentle nudge is all it takes to find the right way. Have you ever sacrificed your happiness for the sake of productivity? It's easy to fall into that trap, especially when it looks appealing from the outside. But what if you paused for a moment? Instead of chasing those ringtail qualities, take a step back to reflect on what truly matters to you. In that stillness, you might find clarity. Let's take it a step further. Picture yourself in a meeting trying to channel that ringtail confidence. You speak up. Was that really you, or just a reflection of what you think you should be? The risk here is significant. You could end up lost in a facade, constantly striving for something that is genuinely yours. This is just about ringtails. It's about recognizing the costs of imitation on your self-improvement journey. So, what's the way out? Embrace your individuality and celebrate it. The next time you feel tempted to mirror those playful, agile ringtails, ask yourself, what would my authentic self do? Take a moment to reflect on your unique path. The answer might surprise you and lead you to a deeper understanding of who you are, rather than who you think you should be.